Collective. I'm back on. Yeah. So, I don't even remember where I left off, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite drives, and sorry about that. So yeah, we're like, it's really important to just not forget why you started it. I mean, some people, they started it from a hurt place. They started from pain, but that's unfortunately a part of like how a lot of us get our gifts. We go through pain, but hurt people. So it's kind of like if you're sitting there, like kind of nitpicky and missing the whole scope of what's supposed to be going on, you're missing the message, looking for the mess, then that's just that's going to lower your frequency, not the other person's. Or it has the potential to, but then that will bring you further down, because that's what you're attached to. Because you're only it's not what you're connected to, is what you're attached to. So there's that. I'm trying to find a good angle for it. And yeah, I did get distracted. Sorry, I got distracted by a shift that popped up. Like, communication has been bad on one end or the other, and I'm trying to figure out what different people are trying to do in regards to my work, me working, and like I'm trying to show loyalty, and it's kind of hard to when people do not want to communicate. So it gets weird. It gets weird and it gets awkward, and people get let down. And just like, look, I gotta watch out for what I need to do. I gotta look out for me, just like everybody else has to look out for them. So yeah, and I think that's the best thing. That's another thing is like, you gotta look out for yourself. Like, what are you doing when you're committing sexual frequency? Is it on? What are your intentions for real? Because like some of the stuff I see, and I do try to mind my business, but some of them, it's just like, I actually like watching certain spiritualists and readers and stuff, but it's just like some of them, you'll come across every once in a while, come across one that you could tell that they had some tea, and somebody gave them some tarot cards as a present because they a lucky guess, so to speak, and they call themselves a reader. And it's kind of like, that's and they actually like develop, that's how they start off. But it's just like, if you don't grow, if you're not doing it to grow and evolve into a high frequency person, it's kind of like or to just or help other people and help them grow and evolve, then really, what are you doing it for? Because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I thought that's what the intention was. That was the original goal, is for everybody, each one reach one, you reach one, you teach one, not to be sitting around, and that's just global, helping each other. So and it's like when it comes to race, that invisible line, like we got these states and stuff, which are also invisible lines, to keep us from building our stairway to heaven, because one race, quote unquote, has what we need to move this way, or get to this frequency, or move this way laterally on an x-axis on a certain frequency, and get on a certain contingency, right? And then maybe this one has something else to contribute, and this, that, and the third. And us being so divided as a people, divided into all these groups and subgroups and all that stupid bullshit, is really stopping us from getting, I feel, stopping us from getting to our land of milk and honey, right? It's stopping us from really getting together, because it's just like, my experience with people, for the most part, really isn't even, in my higher frequency experiences, like in the spiritual world, has been with, my race, and on the physical, on the 3D, it has been with pretty much other races, and like, of course, we have our, our high frequency people of my race, and I know a few, and that sounds so fucked up. It sounds racist, but it's just what it is. This is my experience. You know, yeah, like attracted people on high frequency. It's like I'm from every nationality, you know, on the 3D. So, you know, like with all the religion and everything, you know, causing separatism is to separate us on the fight. Because who, you know, I mean, they all have the same goal in mind: peace, right? Peace and happiness, and you know, everybody, unity. We're all one. You know, we're all destined for something or other. But you know, it's like, why can't we find that middle ground then? You know, why can't most people just, you know, keep their groups and subgroups out of it and just like have a conversation, man? You know, stop the gossip, stop the assumptions, stop the putting people in boxes and shit, and just have a fucking conversation. You know, yeah, there's language barriers, but that helps you get better with accents. You know, even if you don't understand the language, you can still get better when they're trying to speak your language. You know, you can get better with the accent and learn their dialect a little better, you know. And sometimes you get some laughs out of it. You know, I've said some things in a foreign language, like, you know, like when communicating, like I'll say something in Spanish, you know, in regards to work or whatever, and it'll, you know, like they'll start cracking up because I fucked up and said the wrong thing, you know. But they'll correct me, you know, like as long as we all get the job done cohesively, right? What's the problem? You know, there's some laughs, and some people just do not like being laughed at. And I'm like, oh, I got a problem with it, because at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I know my intentions, right? And I've always been curious about other cultures and everything like that, and you know, not necessarily, well, the culture I grew up in, which was in a low frequency, or that's why they were trying to keep it, but we kept transmuting that damn energy. I love my people, man. Keep transmuting that fucking energy and recreating ourselves every time they try to, because it's like it seems like the method, the strategy is to first try to get in good and, you know, befriend, right? And then when people catch on, and you know, so they can utilize, and then when that doesn't work, they get in, and then they try to, you know, demonize it. And then when that stops working, we're able to recreate and transmute, or we completely just abandon whatever ideal or style or way of life, right? Or whatever that group or subgroup does. Then it turns into they try to turn profit off of it, right? They try to profit, and then that's when it becomes appropriated, and that is the, you know, that is the karmic cycle. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna get on this too, but it's just like, the only thing is like, you can't, because you look, you know, it's not original, it's not organic to you. You know, like, just ride, you know, be on your own wave, man. Like, just be on your own frequency, and, you know, work on elevating it, you know, whether it be by yourself or with, you know, with whoever you resonate with at the time. But the goal is, you know, keep improving, man. Like, don't sit up here and like be trying to judge people based on their delivery or whatever. That's just how they best know how to explain it at the time. That's how they best know how to articulate it. And like, definitely don't be in your feelings about it, because it's just like, you know, that's more indicative of you and where you are in your journey, right? Or, you know, vice versa, you know, because I still have my triggers, and then it's just like, then I go work on that shit, and it's like, why do I feel like this? You know, am I, you know, is it worth me feeling this way, that way, or the other? You know, and then I go, you know, if it's not worth it, then I, you know, discard it, or I go work on that shit. Like, that could be a problem in the future, then I go work on it. Or if it will not cause me any more problems, it's just like, man, I was just tripping. Okay, cool. And then I just move on with my life. At least I'm just telling you how I deal with stuff, and maybe it'll help somebody, you know, and how they deal with stuff and process their own feelings, emotions, and their own triggers. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this piece short. You know, I'm just gonna tack it on to the next video, or just keep it as a second video to be continued title. I love you guys, and there's so much, there's just so much. Love you guys, and you guys all just take care of yourself, man. Take care of each other, drink your water, and, you know, do what you need to do, right? That is going to raise the frequency of you first, then you can worry about other people, right? Because my thing is, I refuse to get on here with mucked up energy. You know, like I've had some spiritual attacks thrown at me lately, and it's just kind of like, okay, clear that out. And then I've just been extremely busy as always. It's like there's always something. I don't know if you can hear it or not, the silence of my truck. I fixed the EGR cooler and hose, and yeah, what would have cost me probably $1,000-$1,200, or maybe even more. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not too sure on that. Actually cost me about, I don't know, $400 or $500. So yay. I'm glad I didn't have to spend that extra. And then, you know, I got back to some of the stuff I did back in the day, which was very refreshing. But anyways, yeah, next video, until next time. Love you guys. Take care of yourself. Drink water, clear your energy and your chakras, and, you know, take care of each other.